Hello, my name is Adam Steflik, and welcome to the Storage Guardian overview. First of all, what I'm going to do is to kind of explain the overall support of the different platforms, implementation, all the different flexibilities, scalabilities, encryption levels that you can choose that, of course, coincides with the different compliances that we offer, along with all the different avenues of monitoring that we do with the integrations, the built-in notifications, as well as our web portal and NOC. So first of all, we are a multi-platform disaster recovery solution, meaning we support all the different flavors out there. You got your Windows, you got your Mac, and your Linux. And of course, all the different plugins that are associated with those platforms that we support. Anything from like MySQL, you got your SharePoint, you got Exchange, SQL itself, VMware, Hyper-V, I mean, you name it, we support it. We even support these guys out there with the AS400s and Lotus Notes, because yes, they still do exist. We also support Office 365, Google Apps, and Salesforce. And not only are we a backup solution, but we're also, disaster recovery is a broad term, but broad term means you gotta be able to take care of multiple different aspects. So not only just the backup side of things, we can also create more of a disaster recovery solution for you guys when it comes to, handling that data. How do you want to handle that data? When do you want to recover? And the variety of different recoveries that are out there. So we got your flat file recoveries. We got your different plugin, from your SQL, your Exchange recoveries. We can achieve those very easily through the backup solution, but also the replication portion of our software. Not only can we back up your VMDKs and back up your VHDs, give you file level recovery, but also replication. The replication can be from in-house. They can replicate in-house if they want. They can replicate from their environment to your environment if you're an MSP with some type of colo. Or they can replicate from them to us, and we can, of course, take that a step further, spin their environment up in the cloud, and allow them to work from there. Now, whether they want to work from there for a couple weeks, a couple months, or just decide that they want to go a full-on blown cloud computing solution, that capability is there. So with all the different platforms out there, all the different plugins, that's where the true flexibility of the software starts, but also scalability. So it doesn't matter from your small mom and pop shops that are going to be out there all the way up into the enterprise level platform. It does not matter. From that small to the very large enterprise and anywhere in between, the software is a very excellent solution. First of all, starting with the implementation of it. So when you go into a particular environment, it does not matter if they have 20 machines or 50 machines, 10 servers, 50 desktops, whatever variety you can imagine, physical, virtual. What's nice with our software is you can pick one single machine on that network and put the software on any one that you want, and from there it's agentless. So software exists on one machine, the rest of it at that point is agentless. So that means you can connect to any machine with whatever credentials you need in order to back up whatever data you desire. And that's the nice part about it. So again, when you go into this particular environment, it's going to be fast. It's going to be very low interruption. You don't have to excuse anybody from their machines. You don't have to do no restarts or anything like that needed. And no, again, hopping from machine to machine to put agents or anything like that exists. It's just the one single instance. And from there, you hook into whatever machine you want. It can be workgroup, it can be a domain, it can have a mixture of the two. It does not matter because it allows you to specify this particular credentials that exist. Okay, so when I was going back to that scalability, now we're talking about the small mom and pops, we're talking about the enterprise level, everything in between, but also the road warriors that are out there and about. Nowadays, tons of people are working remotely, they're on the go. So not only as a customer, or rather a partner with Storage Guardian, you're going to get access to the full DS client, and that's what we're talking about mainly when we're talking about all the different platforms, the plugins, the scalability, everything like that. But we also get access to the DS Client Lite. And the light version of the software is very nice, hence the name. It's lightweight, very easy to install, and can run very efficiently on any desktop laptop. And that's going to give you a file level backup solution and recovery. It's going to allow you different options for the scheduling, and also a nice feature, whereas, with laptops, sometimes they're closed, sometimes, who knows? But there's options in the actual scheduler itself to say, well, if they open up their laptop, within whatever time frame you desire, 1 hour, 2 hour, 3, it'll go ahead and kick off the backup. So it also has some nice retention built into there, you know, different options for generations of files and things. So again, with a partner, being us as an MSP, or an MSP with us rather, you're going to get access to both of them. Okay. So now we talked about the flexibility. Again, the flexibility not just with implementation, but it's also manipulation of the data, right? Like how often do you want to back up? How many generations do you want to keep at that? Do you want to back up just offsite, or do you want to utilize local storage? Because we can also utilize any piece of local storage on the network you have. All right, so it can be a NAS, it can be a USB drive, it can be virtually any share on that network we can utilize. So one single job can go both offsite and locally at the same time. And again, there's no extra charge for that. So if you've already invested in this, or maybe your customer's already invested in this, you know, make use of it. It's just going to speed up those recovery times. And, you know, and again, it's just it's a bigger peace of mind, right? That you can recover your data faster. So again, back to the scheduling. Whenever, however often rather, you want to back this data up, it's completely up to you. We have CDP, which is continuous data protection, uses the Windows file monitoring. You know, anybody changes, saves, boom, it's backed up. You can do hourlies, quarter hourlies, once a day, once a month, once a week, you name it, you can control that. That's from set to set, whatever you would like. You can share schedules even. So if you've actually created a schedule, you want to appeal it or use it with other jobs, not a problem, very easily to do. Just saves you time there. Also the retention, right? How long do you want to keep files? And this is obviously going to vary from customer to customer, and obviously even probably set to set for that particular customer if they want. And with our software, you can do that. You can use our flat generations, those are very popular, but in my opinion, the real crucial tool here is the retention rule. Or with the retention rule, I mean, you're able to achieve whatever you can imagine over a longer span of time, years, months. So a real basic example would be, maybe I want to keep the latest 30 generations of a file no matter what. And then on top of that, I want to keep a generation per week for the next 6 months. And then I want to keep a generation per year for the next 7 years. Anything you can imagine in regards to the retention is completely up to you. You can treat your offsite data different from your local data in regards to retention. Again, it's all in your hands, which allows you to suit the customer's needs very easily. When it comes to security, a lot of people ask this, you know, where are your data centers? Well, we have in Canada as our main one. We have a disaster recovery site in there as well. We have data centers in the US, which is in Buffalo, and in also another one in Texas. So it's up to you guys where you would want to keep that data. By default, everything goes to Toronto and of course gets replicated over to Montreal for our DR site. All the different compliances, as you can see on the right-hand side. And then of course, every year we have a SOC 2 audit report that is readily available to any of our customers at any time, which they can also in turn relay that to their customers for a peace of mind. Okay, so now once we got to the point of installed, it's tweaked away the where, you know, how often you want to run it, how many generations you want to keep, local, offsite, all that. Next comes the monitoring. You know, you got to make sure that it's actually working. So the first thing is every customer of ours is offered our NOC, or our web portal. And that is basically a huge information center of all of your customers that are sitting out there, all the backup jobs, all the different things that are going on, from the activity log of backup jobs, storage reports, backup status reports, like who's ran when, if they did, was there any issues. You got statistical summaries breaking down, you know, whatever time frame you can imagine, you know, from days, weeks, years, months. And it'll give you a nice growth period over time, break it down day by day, total files, usage, you know, new files, all that stuff that is available to you in just the portal. We also have internal software options, emailing with, of course, different levels of different criteria, unlimited amount of different emails that you can throw in there, and of course, the different criteria, meaning, you know, do you want it to email you all the time, or do you just want to when there's issues? Do you want a log attached to it? All these different capabilities there. And we also have event log population. So any RMM tool sitting out there that can actually, you know, monitor the event viewer, which I'm imagining most can, we populate the application log inside there with DS client entries. So you can set up any of your RMM tools to monitor that. And of course, the way that the emailing works, so like I just explained, all the different criteria levels, the same thing is with the event log population. So you can tell it to write to whatever machine's event logs on the network. Doesn't even have to be the machine that we're installed on. It could be maybe like a main monitoring machine even. You could throw in and funnel all those logs and notifications in there. Your RMM pulls it in there and then use it with whatever ticketing system you want. Also, any type of automated reporting. Okay, it doesn't matter whatever type of report that you would want. We can automate it on our side and send it to you on whatever interval you want. A lot of people and this is again the most popular, is we want a daily backup status report of all of our customers. And again, that gives you all, when's the last time someone backed up? If they did, is there any errors or warnings, etc. All color-coded, errors, warnings, successfuls, all that stuff. It's very easy to browse through there. And then, of course, maybe like a weekly storage report. Anything to kind of keep you guys ahead of the curve. No surprises or anything like that for end-of-month storage usages, who's ran when. I mean, all that information is available to you guys. And again, we'll automate that anytime that you want. Now, next is our ConnectWise integration. We have a very strong integration with ConnectWise. And it's not just, I feel almost like this shouldn't even be just on the monitoring screen because it's a lot more than just that. It's a just like it says here, it's a winning integration. It starts from point A, goes all the way to Z, meaning you can actually deploy, manage, monitor, and of course, all the upselling that comes along with all of our additional things outside of just the basic backup features. So with our software, the deployment part of it here is you're able to take any of your customers, give it a description, build a link, send that link to whoever it needs, like your techs out in the field, yourself, whoever needs that link. They take it there, and of course, that's the installation package. Now, once you've actually, rolled that out, you've installed it, now you're going to be able to take advantage of all the different dashboards and tabs that are going to be associated with our integration. So the manage part of it, right? So how do you want to build these people? How do you want to just basically manage them, right? Gigabytes, terabytes, how many number of installations that they may have. All this is available to you in there. And then next is actually the monitoring. Okay, the monitoring is a real strong portion of this. And with the monitoring, you're able to set priorities on tickets. You're able to, basically categorize everything. You're going to have a capture of all the activity logs, what's been going on, who's been doing what. And then if there is any issues or anything like that, you're able to actually, you have all these different tickets, right? So then again, you can have different priorities. However, now what we want to do is make this as efficient as possible. So when you're in there, configuring all these different service boards, you can also take advantage of our auto close feature. And what I mean by that is a lot of times, there might be a job that doesn't complete successful, right? It could be a number of various reasons. It could be a simple VSS problem, share problem, whatever it might be. But the nice thing is, the next time it runs fine. Maybe they restarted their machine. Who knows what they did? But it's fixed, it's running. So now, you know what? Don't focus on that. Focus on the next, immediate issue. So again, we got auto close features in there that'll help you guys save some time, take a look. And you're going to be able to access virtually everything that all these different reports that I mentioned from the different avenues, the NOC, the automated, all this stuff is going to be in here, only it's actually even going to be presented even better, in my opinion. You're going to have dashboards in here. You're going to have graphs. You're going to have features where you can even drill down to individual sets. How long is it going to take to restore? When's the last time that they backed up? How can I improve it even is actually really cool. So if the restore times that you're seeing for a particular user is too high, well, we have some suggestions. I mean, basically what you can do at that point is say, okay, well, maybe we need to adjust the scheduling. Maybe we, whatever we can do to improve this particular restore point or restore time objective. Are they using local storage? No, they're not. Okay, well, that's the first thing I would probably do. But then maybe also the frequency of their backups. Let's try to bump this up from, once a day. Maybe let's do every hour. These are things that you're going to be able to see on each one of your customers, and not just individual type reports. You're going to have consolidated type reports as well. So, anything that we can do to give you almost an all-in-one solution where you guys are going to sit and focus on, especially inside the ConnectWise integration, is what we really want to do. So again, the last thing was upsell. And what I mean by that is, it's the capabilities that you guys have, the backups, you can obviously cover every angle possible. So you got your customer on board, you got them backing up, now maybe the time to say, well, what happens if you guys had a disaster? Well, we'll just restore our data. But, fire, thefts, floods, all these different disasters, and just any basic scenario that can happen out there that would interrupt any type of business flow. And obviously people's needs are going to be a little bit different, but with the different capabilities inside the software, the backups, sure, but also the replication, the frequency of the backups that we can do, you know, using the VADP backups for the VMware, you know, pushing that up to us, choosing whether or not you want to keep it in a hot or cold state, in all these different things. And we'll test with you guys too. We're not going to leave you hanging. So if one of your customers want to do this replication, they want to do the virtual disaster recovery, perfect. Let's do it. Let's do the testing, get you guys some real world numbers out there that you guys can, of course, take down, take notes, get this information in front of you, but then you can also give your customer a peace of mind, right? So that way they don't have to worry, or maybe the time frames that you give them are, you know, not suitable. These are the type of things, though, then you say, okay, well, then maybe we need to be a little bit more aggressive on the certain different aspects of your backup, the frequency, the retention, all that. So again, lots of different tools that we're going to give you, lots of different avenues of information that we're going to get in front of you. We want to make sure that we make your job as easy as possible, give you the most tools as possible, and let you guys pick and choose whatever you would want to use. With all this that I'm mentioning, it's all in one package. We work off at a capacity-based scenario. So we look at everything on storage amounts. It's unlimited endpoints, unlimited installations. So it's very easy to budget this stuff from month to month and know what you guys are going to be spending with us. No maintenance contracts, all your support and everything's included, your training, all that. Initial C drives that we would, of course, give to you if your customer has a lot of data versus what their upload speeds are. Recovery drives, we would write all their data to a drive and, you know, still compressed and encrypted, and of course, overnight that to you guys. These are all services that are included with your offering. These are all other options that, of course, that you can turn around and use as upselling capabilities. But first of all, we want to make sure you guys are comfortable, get, you know, everything we could possibly get in front of you guys to make your life easier. Okay, so if there are any questions, please let us know. You can reach out to us, you know, at storageguardian.com. You can, of course, email into my name, Adam Stufflick. You can email Adam at storageguardian.com, or you can also, you know, get on our live chat. Anything that you guys need, please let us know, and we're more than happy to help. Thank you.